Everyone, it's Python Cheese here again today. I'm doing an update for my old N64 handheld. I gave up on it. It's right here. I did a terrible job. I just messed up. So I'm redoing the whole thing since I did some more research. And I'm actually installing in this case and not a pencil box that I bought for like $2-3 I think at Target. But I found this at Big Lots. Because it was smaller than the pencil case, and I was trying to feel for it. I did some measurements while I was there, and it's a little big, but better to have enough room than have no room at all for it. So I checked the dimensions for the N64 itself and the screen to make sure it would all fit. But yeah, this is the case I'll be using. The screen, I did an outline for the screen. Next I'm going to do outlines for the buttons layout. I'll probably put the analog here, and then the D-pad here. It's going to be backwards, basically, from the N64 controller. So basically that goes here, and then that goes up here, since the D-pad isn't used much. And then these buttons actually going to be, like the start button, I'll probably, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to probably put it right by the joystick. So instead of using the joystick here, I can just go click over like that for the start button. And then for the A and B buttons, I'll put them right here. And then those C buttons, I'll put up here also. So it'll basically look like that, but on there, exactly like that, pretty much. But the L and R button, I will be putting actually on the back here. I'll put them probably wherever my hand feels good on it. So that's probably about right there for there. And that means it'd be across right there for that. And then the Z button, which would be also nice, since it's, what I'm gonna do is, since you usually use your hands like this, your left hand on this part, so your fingers on that one, your left finger on that one or whatever, and I'll probably just put it on the same side as this, so as the L shoulder button, I'll just put it right there, so 2 buttons here, then 1 button over here. And so I bought another screen, the same screen from my PS2 handheld actually, which is right there. It's just sitting there for a second. I got everything hooked up right now, pretty much. Right now I'm going to be using an amplifier so you guys can hear the sound. It's actually a headphone jack right here, and this screen here, I just gotta hook it up to the female jack, and show you that I ordered some batteries, the same version as this, so I'll get 2 more of these, so I'll have 4 times the amount of power. Basically, it'll last twice as long. Normally only people use about 2 of these. I'm going to go with 4. And I also had a step down converter to 3.3 volt for the 3.3 volt line, and then the 12 volt line is here. Basically this is running all to the ground, so it should work like that, because there's the 12 volt line here, and that's the ground, and that's ground also to the battery. I just got them up for testing, so, but it does work. I've tested it. I'll show you that here in a second. Just let me hook up the screen real quick. And all you do is got to take the clamp, power on the screen. See, as you can tell, it turns on. I don't have my Dremeled expansion pack in right now, but I'm going to show you how it works. And as you can tell, it's on. And I'm going to be playing some Vigilante 8, whatever you want to call it. I've got all these wires. These are like here, the green. Since I don't have any yellow wire, I just use green as video, and then this black right here is ground for the audio, and also ground for the signal for the video output. And then you got your signal, the actual signal here for the video. And then the other two wires are just left and right audio running into there with the ground. But yeah, I got my controller hooked up right now to it. Let's get it started. Turn it on. As you can tell, it turned on. Plays. This is just testing phase right now. So and it's actually a lot. Here, let me turn this down real quick. Basically, that cost me about $300 to make the PS2 handheld. Because I used the best quality stuff that there was. So I pretty much did the same thing with this one, but it was a lot cheaper, like almost $200 cheaper to make. I spent so far around I think $100, $120 making it right now. I think max I'm probably gonna go is about 140 to 160, because I may end up putting internal speakers, because right here it's actually really nice. I'm gonna put some extra wires in there so I can just pull up the screen if I need to be repairs or whatever. Basically, it just flips up like that. It also comes off too, but don't really need that. It's actually a pretty sturdy case for $7, and it came with a bunch of screws, nails. It's like a 1,000-piece set or something like that at Big Lots. It's really cool. Screws and stuff like that aren't really that good quality, but I didn't need any of those, so I just kind of tossed them out. And I'm going to show you that it's going to all fit in here after I show you the demo. I'm just going to I'm going to show you just a little demonstration. Console here, and then the ports are going to come on the outside here. They'll probably go up here. I might not even put ports actually, because I might get uncomfortable. But last time I dremeled the ports off, it ruined the console, so I'm just gonna leave them on there. So this time, but basically the console's gonna go here, and then the one battery's here, and the next battery's here, and then the next battery's on the side here, and then another one here. So it will fit all in there. I've already tried it with these two, measuring it, so. And I'm also going to install a fan in it, a 3.3 volt fan that I have from a PS2 controller. It'll probably go on the bottom here, or maybe the top here, where the handle is. I basically can carry it like that all day. But it's actually way lighter than the PS2 handheld. The PS2 handheld, I can play a max of half hour usually, because my hands get strained too much, because it's pretty heavy. Just remember though, it's the best quality there is, so but let's just go ahead and do this real quick. Let's just go with some random map.
Yeehaw! Here I come, hit!
I'm only doing this one-handed, so you gotta kind of give me a break. Even the Z button works. So all the buttons work and everything, so like that button there. That button just goes first person view or whatever. The start button works. B, I think B is just backing up. You hold it down, yep. You do the analog stick. And that's just for switching weapons and stuff. But yeah, it does work. with the controller and everything hooked up. So this time this has been way easier to make than the PS2 handheld. The PS2 handheld, it probably took me a good 60 hours to make, of doing a lot of research and just putting it all together and then messing up. You know the guy's stories, so all my other videos or whatever. But let's go ahead and turn that on. Basically, before I show you how it fits in there, uh, this switch is going to be turned on, and I actually have a switch I bought. It's over here, so if you give me a second, I'll go get it. Alright, I'm back. It's a three-way switch, basically. You got your one going here, you got one, there's basically three ways you can flip it to. You got your down, then the middle, and then up. Basically, in the middle is off. Up will be charging, and down will be the power is on. So this will be always on. I don't need to mess with that. I just use this switch to turn it on and off. But yeah, I'm gonna have to hook up all those wires. And my next step, what I'm gonna do next with the actual console itself, I bought some 26 gauge wire instead of 22 because 22 was a little too thick. And I mean, it worked, but it was just too thick to solder on here. It was making it hard to solder onto the actual motherboard because these just pull out. So I'm just gonna take this off and just rewire it so it's flimsy, and I'll have the disc, or not the disc, sorry, my bad, the cartridge, be able to just put in. I'll probably have it put in sideways, like here on the side or something, or on the side of here. Actually, no, that wouldn't be a good idea on the sides. Probably on the bottom would probably be the best idea for this. Yeah, probably best idea. So it'll be going under here more than likely. Just slide it on the bottom. A little different. It's usually not like that, but unless I had the console upside down like that, and the handle at the bottom. But I prefer the other way, so the games will go in that way more than likely. But yeah, there's the switch. It's called a SPDT mini center off toggle switch. They had other toggle switches. I was looking for about a 6 amp but switch, and they didn't have one currently, so I went with the 10 amp. It doesn't really matter which one you get, really, as long as console has whatever the console has, amps or whatever. It has to have the same amperage as this, because if it's underpowered, it would probably just fry it completely. So I also can choose colors with the grip on here. I can choose red, green, or yellow, or white. But yeah, basically, hold on. My phone's about to die here in a second. So let's get this going. Basically, I'm just gonna unhook all these. They're a pain anyway, like this. Get all these off to the side. So yeah, you won't see the casing of this. It'll be probably another controller I have actually downstairs. It's a Tomy controller. I think it's like a third-party controller, Chinese made. It's not real good quality, but hey, it worked. So just give me a second. I'm unhooking everything. There's just so many wires that I have hooked up to it. Once it's all together, though, it'll be a lot nicer. So, and plus that jumper pack I won't be using. I'll be using the one I cut down and stuff like that, trimmed down, or whatever you want to call it. Basically, the screen's gonna go on top right here. So that's where the screen's gonna go. And we got Oh yeah, and my audio jack, it'll probably go on the bottom, right beside the cartridge slot, on either side, or maybe on top or bottom. Who knows yet? But it'll probably be on the bottom, on the sides of here somewhere. But here, it does fit in there quite nice. Like I said, you remove that. I might end up, there's a little path right here. I might end up dremeling that so I can put the console in there like that, because right now it's kind of sideways. But it does fit in this way. As you can tell, it has plenty of room still, so especially when this is a little bulky over. I won't be using that. It's about half the size of that, so we're good to go on that. The jumper pack or whatever. So the cartridge it'll be a hole at the bottom here for the cartridge, and all these actually the 3 batteries would go here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I got a battery here. I got the batteries here, and they all go on the side right here. It'll be just 1, 2, and then 3 right here, and then you got your 4th one up here. So it all fits in there, and then the controller go probably on top of here, right here, or maybe right here, up top, and then I'll have all of my tact switches and buttons right here, hooked up from a wire to a tact switch. So you push them and they click. So, but yeah, that's my Nintendo 64 handheld, the building of. So please like, subscribe, and comment down below and tell me what you think. And thank you guys for watching. Bye.